I have just shipped TerraShark, which is a Claude Code Skill for Terraform. LLMs hallucinate notoriously much when it comes to Terraform, and this skill fixes it. You will have no more hallucinations. It's based on the official HashiCorp recommended best practices for Terraform. It's modular, reusable, and secure by design, and it's highly token optimized. It will not burn through your tokens unnecessarily. It works for any agent. It works for Claude Code, Codex, and OpenClaw, and any others. The installation is 10 seconds, so let's do it together. So we just need to go to the repo, go to the 2-minute quick start. If you're on Mac or on Linux, copy this command. If you're on Windows like me, copy one of the 2 Windows commands. So I'm gonna go to a command prompt. So although I'm on PowerShell, sorry. So PowerShell, and just run the command. And what it does, it just takes the TerraShark repo and it clones it into the local Claude Code skills folder. And with that, Claude Code knows that the skill exists. It can invoke it automatically, or it can invoke it explicitly when you want to. And we will do that in a second. You can also install it via the marketplace or for Codex. It's all in here. It's super simple. So I have Claude Code open here, and it's pointing to our TerraShark demo folder already, which you can see here. It's an empty folder. So let's run the following command. Actually, let me type it by hand because that's how you can see it better. So you just type /TerraShark, and as you can see, Claude Code already sees it. And now I'm going to say create a multi-region S3 module with replication. All right, and now we just hit enter. And we can see via the great output of Claude Code what it's doing. I will break down what happened while we're looking at the output so you understand fully how TerraShark works. So let's look at the first thing. So the very first thing it does before it writes any single line of code, it will analyze the environment. So we'll analyze what runtime you have, what version, what provider, what backend, what execution, and so on. It will analyze it very thoroughly. Then the second thing, and that's a crucial step that makes Terraform different than other skills for Terraform. We have a failure mode driven framework, which means TerraShark tells the agent, the LLM, to detect potential failure modes. So it makes it think first, what could go wrong? What are typical traps that people step into, that I could step into, and so on. And usually LLMs, they all step in the same traps with Terraform. It's all the same traps all over and over again. So it first analyzes. You can see it here, failure modes addressed. So we have identity churn, we have the risk here, secret exposure, blast radius, compliance gates. So you can see these are very typical mistakes that LLMs do with Terraform. And it detects this. Now that's very important. And now the third step it does, we have our reference files. So basically the context we feed into the agent, we have created them based on these failure modes. So now that the agent knows what could go wrong, what is most risky here, it will specifically look and specifically, let's say, put emphasis on exactly those references. It will keep 2 eyes on this. And with that, we'll then go ahead and do a couple other things. It's a 7-step diagnostic workflow. You can read about it in detail. But these 2 steps are the essence of it, the most important stuff. With that in mind, it will then go ahead, it will write a plan and so on. And we can see all the things here. This is like the typical, this is just the code we want. So this is exactly right. And we'll here say assumptions. Again, it will say selected failure modes and remediations. It has here a very nice summary of the file structure. And now we can just go ahead and we can apply it and so on. So actually, what I've just shown you via this example is one thing that makes TerraShark better than other Terraform skills. The second thing is, on top of that, we not only have this failure mode system which prevents hallucinations from 100% and does all these other things, but it also is highly token optimized. TerraShark is very token optimized. And it's also the reason why I even created TerraShark, because I was using other skills first, and I just noticed I am saving time, but I'm also burning my tokens. I'm reaching this Claude Code subscription 5 hours limit extremely fast. And then I analyzed what these skills did. And basically what they did is just they paste endless walls of text into the references so that Claude Code knows about all this stuff, and it's great and it works to a degree. It works like, let's say, 90%, but all your tokens are gone and it's not needed. The LLM doesn't need the entire Terraform docs over and over again because it knows them already. It has learned them, it has been trained on them. What it needs is something like our framework. It needs certain things. It needs guidance. It needs a steering wheel. We've had this in our mind when we wrote the library. We wanted it to be token efficient and lean. But we did not only do it by feeling, we also evaluated it with a large test suite. You can read about it in great detail, but I will give you the gist of it. So the gist is we've had our initial draft of the skill, but we thought maybe we can optimize it even further because LLMs are pretty smart. They don't need all the info. So maybe we can remove a little bit and it's not going to decrease in quality. So we wrote a very big test suite and we ran it multiple times. Then we removed some of the references, made the skill a bit leaner, and we ran the test suite multiple times again. And we observed, did the quality decrease? Did it just stay? And if it just stayed, we removed a little bit more. And we kept this process going on until we saw, okay, now we removed something and the quality actually did decrease. So we just put it back in and we knew, okay, here's the point. We cannot cut any more of it. This is as lean as the skill gets when you want to have best quality. And we stopped and this is the final product. So we have a skill that is as lean as it gets, will burn as few tokens as needed, but still has the best quality.